You're live. Okay, but I don't see the video. Do you see the video? Is it actually working?
Nope, yes.
Guys, is anybody getting live right now? Is it working? Is it going slow? Can you hear me? Can you hear me at all?
I have audio.
I see nothing in chat. Oh, I should probably set the top fans. I should probably set it to all chat, hey? Nope, that's actually on all chat. Live chat. All right. So is it laggy? Can you guys see what I'm doing? Because on my side, when I look at my computer, it's so laggy I can't see anything happening.
Audio is fine. Video.
Okay, so it looks like the video is a little bit laggy on my side. I think that's because my laptop is not the best. But are you guys able to at least see what I'm doing? Like, is this working? Should we go ahead with this live? What are we feeling? It's quite smooth on my side now. Thanks, Digital Voodoo. Appreciate. It looks like it's starting to kick back in here now. Melissa, I can hear you and see you. Thanks, babe. We had a couple of technical difficulties trying to get this set up, I'm not gonna lie. And what I have on my end is a bit laggy, so I'm not sure what you guys are seeing, but I know what I'm seeing is not what I would want to see. So hopefully we are good to go. If we got everybody here ready to go. How many do we have? Current 5 viewers. Cool, cool, cool. With us, we are working through new, yeah, bear with us, guys. We are working through new tech setup. I literally got like 2 or 3 packages today about an hour and a half ago, maybe an hour ago. So the light that I'm using right now, I have just plugged it in. The camera that I have set up, so we have this little close-up view. See, I'm moving this. That's a brand new feature. So everything here is brand new. We're trying to work out the kinks. There's going to be some issues, so please feel free to put into the chat what the issues that you are having, if there's something that you would like to see improved. I can't make it better if I don't know what to make better. And my goal is to make this as good as I possibly can. I do plan on being completely transparent with everybody and letting you know everything that's happening behind the scenes. I did wake up this morning with a really bad migraine. I had half of my vision was gone. My hand was starting to go numb. So the fact that I'm even able to get this going, I'm going to consider this a win. What do we have in the chat here now? Studio is reading good. Awesome. Perfect. So who do we have here tonight right now? I know I have my producers, we'll call them. We've got my husband, we've got Melissa. I haven't really seen anybody else in the chat thus far making any noise. Let's do a roll call. If you're here, say hello, send a heart, like in the chat. Let me see that you are here and ready to go. I want to make sure that we don't get started before there are people who are, waiting to get in, if you will. Alex, can you hand me my tablet, please? Still waiting on that chat, guys, because I do want to get started. I got a Miniverse here that we can do. I've got lots of molds that we can do. I just want to make sure that everybody is here before we actually get started. Super. Thanks, Voodoo. Waiting here again to see if there's anybody else here, because again, if we only have my producers and my husband here, I mean, I can just make a Miniverse at any time. Now, guys, I don't mean to have so much dead air when I'm trying to go live. I'm just trying to message some people because I know there was some technical difficulties. What do we have here? I saw Erica saying hey in the beginning. Yeah, but then we had technical difficulties. Just trying to make sure she's still around. Make sure we have an audience going. Ooh, we're up to 6 viewers. Gotta love that. Because, guys, what are we going to be starting with tonight? Are we going to start with where we left off last time? We're going to make some diamonds, maybe. Maybe we'll make a new necklace or some earrings. I got a whole container full of molds, including some new molds that I received. I had a really cool one, too. This guy, he's a little gecko. He's pretty awesome. And I also have this here Miniverse. I was trying to get the little camera. I'm still going to get used to it. This guy here is a pretty cool little Miniverse. He's what we call a happy hour. So inside of him has got like a drink, alcoholic drink kind of thing. We got nobody in the live chat talking at all. Guys, is anybody wanting to see any resin tonight or what? I got my live chat set on, but again, I'm only seeing you, hubby. Well, Melissa's there, yeah, but that's what I mean. No one else is having a chat. What do we got here? Erica. Yeah, someone came to the door. That is fair. Okay, so we got 2 people here now. All right, guys, like I said, what are we doing right now? Gecko. Of course you would say that. I mean, should I just get started and hope that more people show up? Is that what you guys want to do? Do you guys want me to still wait for the people who said they were going to show up? Because there were some people who were planning on coming. Overhead is so good. Big screen is a little laggy and sometimes difference between the two, but can see and follow good. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening with that. I'm going to have to double check because this is a new webcam. I wasn't using the webcam last time, so we're going to have to mess around with those settings and see what that's all about. Also, my laptop is an old ThinkPad. It is not a new laptop by any stretch of the imagination. It's also a refurbished laptop that was basically donated. So I'm not expecting the best from it just yet, but we are working on that. Erica, warm up gecko. Well, the thing about the gecko, I don't mind doing it as a warm up, but she's a little bit deep. So I am gonna do it in layers, I believe, just so that we keep it nice and safe. But we can definitely do the gecko. Make Yoshi. I don't have a Yoshi mold, but that would be really, really cool. All right, so we'll leave this right here for now, the Miniverse. We'll leave that alone, and we'll just start prepping our gecko mold. So if you guys can see here, it's still really hard for me to get the right view and the right angles, but that is the gecko mold. I don't know if you can see all the details. It's a really cool mold. I'm really in love with it. It's awesome. So, gecko. Yes. Okay, so I'll move that out of the side for now. We'll have our gecko mold right there. Trying to get the right angle on this is a little bit difficult because the tripod that I am using, it kind of tips the phone to the side. So cute. I said, yeah. Erica, me too. The new camera angle is so cool. Thank you. It's a work in progress, and I'm hoping next time this is a little bit smoother, but you know, we all have to start somewhere, so it's not like we're going to start off perfect. So here is our options for our gecko. I do want to do this one in 2 layers because if you have a mold that is kind of deep and you have one that's, you know, you're putting in a lot of resin, you want to make sure that it is being cured all the way through. And as you can see, he's got quite the chunky tail. He's got quite the chunky body, and the head's a little bit kind of big too. So with this guy, I want to make sure that we get it done proper. So I do have a couple of options here what we can do. I can take the, what do you call it, glitter and shimmers that I have here in this baggie. A little bit messy, but we're going to pretend like it's not. And I can take something like, where's the one that's more green? I think this is the more green one. Yeah. So I can take this here glitter that I have, and it's kind of like a mica powder, but it's really just really shimmery. And I can paint that all on the inside of this actual mold just with a paintbrush. And then it doesn't really matter what resin I put in it. I can just put a clear resin in it, and then I can do it in the 2 layers perfectly. Or I can take a resin and I can try and mix it with a little bit of alcohol color. It's just when I go to do the second layer, if I don't get the exact ratio as the first layer, you are going to see a difference in the color. You're going to kind of see where the 2 different layers meet and greet anyway. So my preference is to try with the mica powder, but I do want to see what you guys are going to say. Gecko, it's so cute. New camera angle. Yeah, it's awesome to see you and the footage on the mat. Yeah, it is awesome. Let me see what we got here. What if the first layer clear and color bottom milky? That is actually a really good idea because, Erica, if you guys, if you had watched the video that I released, I believe it was yesterday, I was using 2 different resins. I'm going to stick them under here as well so you can have a look-see. And the one in the more circular bottle, that one was a lot more milky. And then the one in the flatter bottle, that one was more clear. So that is a really cool idea we can do. Start with the clear and then cure that. And then the last layer, we'll do a milky layer. So I like that idea. So I think that's what we're going to go with. So we're also going to paint some shimmer into this mold because I don't really want to just have a clear gecko. I mean, it would be cool, but I want to have him a little bit, you know, spunky. So I do want to have some shimmer into him. And then that way it is a light shimmer. It's not going to be too overpowering. I can still paint on details later if I want to. I'm just hoping that I can get it painted on as quick as possible. So give him a spot. Yeah. So of course, how do we warm up resin the proper way, guys? I think we should all know by now if we've watched any of my videos or lives. We're putting them in between our thighs. We are letting our own body temperature, our own body heat do that for us. And of course, it's just the best way. So I'm going to open this up over this because it's always messy anyway. So instead of wasting glitter and wasting product, we can just kind of pour it right in there. Give this a little tap because on the threading, there's always a little bit caught into that threading. So we'll just give that a little shake. And now it's all over my fingers too, which, you know what? I don't mind glitter. In fact, I like glitter, so bring it on. And I don't know, it's really hard for me to tell if I got the angles good or not. But I'm just taking this paintbrush and I'm just swishing it around. This mold I have not used yet. I probably should have washed it out with alcohol first now that I'm thinking about that to see if I can get a more, you know, even coat of, I had to take my glasses off, of this glitter here. But hey, we're just going for it. Nobody's looking for a perfect mold. We're just trying to see how it works, how it turns out. I said we're making resin together. I didn't say it was going to be perfect now, did I? First layer clear. Okay, we got no new messages. C'est la vie. Ain't that the truth? All right. Now, the micas and the glitters that I'm using, honestly, there's so many different options that you can use. It's crazy. So what I'm using right now, it's called, I think, Metal Shock, and it's from a makeup brand, actually. It's from Essence. And this is normally used as like a chrome or a glitter shimmer to add to your nails. So you just take the shimmer, you can use your finger, you can use a little sponge, you can use a little makeup applicator, whatever you want. And just like I'm doing here with this mold, and yes, these molds you can totally just smash them around like I'm doing. But it's designed to just be rubbed onto your nail after you have some nail polish onto it, and it'll add this very shimmer effect to your nail. If you want it to come out looking really intense, you can do that on like a back base. Guys, I'm gonna have to take away from the camera so I can get into his head because I really can't see what I'm doing that far away, and I can't really move it closer, unfortunately. So I'll give him back to you in a minute, I promise. It's just his head has so many little nooks and crannies. We want to make sure we got his nose. We don't want to leave out his nose. Let me see. It's just skin of a killer Bella. Not quite sure what you mean by that, but sure. Somebody else gave you a laugh, so maybe they get it more than I do. And again, guys, sorry, I'm so sorry about how we didn't have the live right away perfect at the beginning. As I get used to these programs, as I get used to going live on YouTube, this will get easier. This will be better transitioned later. There won't be any messing around and waiting for me, and I'm not going to be late anymore, I promise. This is just, it's a learning curve. It's like anything. It is definitely like anything where you have to learn your programs, you have to learn your angles, you have to upgrade your equipment slowly and surely, but you never know what you need to do or what you need to upgrade until you actually dive in and do it. So until I make these mistakes and try to go live and it not work, we don't know that it's going to work or not, So again, comment in the chat, comment later if you want when the video is uploaded for all to see, and just, a reminder of, hey, this angle was good, but that one was bad, or hey, I could see this, but not that, or whatever concerns you have. This is looking so pretty. I don't know if that camera is picking it up, but it is super shimmer and pretty, and I'm absolutely already in love with this. So way to go, guys, on that vote for the gecko. Now, while I'm going to put the resin in the gecko, and I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes so that we don't get like a ton of bubbles. While we're waiting for that to sit, to let some of those bubbles come out, do you want me to open up that happy hour Miniverse and we create that one? Or should I take the Halloween drink from the last time I was live? Do you want me to take a completely different one? I do have more of the Lord of the Rings. I have a bunch of Harry Potter potions. If you look at my big camera behind me, I have this big tray here with all of these trays, and majority of these trays, if I open them up, there's actually unfinished Miniverse recipes in there that we can also do. So sky's the limit, guys. It's all up to what you want to see. I vote the happy hour. Thank you, Erica. I really want to do that happy hour. I'm not going to lie. Like, I did open that Halloween one last time, and yes, it looks really fun, and I love it. But for some reason, I really want to see what's in that happy hour. And I'm not even cheating this time, you guys. Normally, I'm going to look at the pinholes. I can talk more about that later if you want, if you're really into Miniverse. But there is like a pinhole hack on majority of the series, not seasons, sorry. Kid was playing Fortnite, stuck in my head. With most of the series, you can actually see on the packaging, there's like a little poke in it, if you will. I'll show you on the happy hour. And this one, even though I see the pinhole, I didn't actually go and look it up to know exactly what it is. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a double is all. And it's not a double of the last one that I made from happy hour, so I know it's a new one. And that's all I needed to know. These toes are the hardest to fill, you guys. Oh my god. Getting that glitter in there, and you know what? We might miss a little glitter in the toes, and that's okay. If we have milky toes, that's pretty gecko-like anyway, isn't it? I think he's almost done, though. I think he's almost fully glitterified. Get your toes in there. We got that leg done. We got that leg done. We got his fit tail done. We got his body done. Now, the only thing I'm not fully aware if it's fully done or not are these eyes. It's really hard to see into that part of the mold, but you know what? That's it. And from those of you who know where I am born, you'll know the saying, way she goes by, way she goes. I think we're just overkill at this point. Like, I think it's good. It's just this one toe I'm worried about. It looks like it's not fully covered, but that could just be the angle. All right, so can you guys see now all the shimmer? Do I have it on the right angles? Probably my glasses would help with this, eh? Do you see all that shimmer? Are you seeing in the mold? These all shimmer, shimmer, shimmer. It looks so good. All right, thanks, Erica. So we're gonna put him down. We're gonna close up our shimmer. See the shine, that's good. All right, let's put our glitter away. Give it a little shake. Okay, let's see how much everybody was paying attention to our last video or live. When I am getting ready to actually pour the resin into this mold, what is the first step that I should do before I do anything else? Does anybody know what I should do at this moment? See if we can get any correct answers in the live. Yay! Cole got it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I didn't know there was going to be a test. It's so fun. Erica's already in my thighs. We're already warming it up. That's it. We got this. We want to glove up is what we always want to do. We want to glove up. You need to glove up. This is a toxic chemical. I cannot stress this enough. I will not stress it enough. I will continue to harp on this because there are far too many people out there, and I'm going to take this watch off just because it's going to get in my way. There are far too many people who are out there who are using UV resin and two-part resin who do not seem to understand that this is a toxic chemical. I was literally today online on Facebook, and I saw a girl who literally just picked up her bottle of resin and moved it to a different spot. The bottle of resin was sticky and had resin on the outside that I guess she just had not wiped off. And now her finger is already showing signs of acute dermatitis, and that was just from moving a bottle. So please, if you're going to reproduce anything you see here, if you're going to be using Miniverse, if you're going to be using UV resin, use some gloves. You should be using a mask as well. I should be using a mask right now as well for fumes, but because the mold is so far away from me, I'm really not thinking that it's going to be a huge issue today. And I also have my UV lamp quite far away from me, so I'm not too concerned about that at this exact moment. Gloves off. I did not cheat off Cole says. No. That was all you, babe. That was all you. So this resin is pouring in so smooth, so fast. You got the right angle? Yeah, you guys can see. And we're going to have less bubbles because we warmed it up. We are going to have the resin go in smoother and quicker because we warmed it up. This is just going to be a better outcome because, again, we warmed it up. So I'm going to just see how far are we? Are we at the halfway mark now? I mean, it looks pretty halfway to me. She looks pretty halfway. We're just going to move it around, give it a little jostle. And yeah, throwing him around like this is necessary. I'm sorry. We don't want to hurt the little guy. One thing that I kind of forgot to mention last time, and I feel really sorry because I am trying to teach you guys how to do this properly and how to do it in a safe manner. If you are choosing to use a torch to pop your bubbles, you cannot leave your torch over the item for a long time. You are going to burn your mold, or what's going to happen is you're going to cause the chemical reaction in the resin to happen quicker because it is so hot, and you can burn the hole through your mold. You could also ruin the resin. There's so many things that can go wrong. So you want to do very quick, always moving your torch. If you're wondering if there's another way to do this, yes, you can use a spritz or a spray bottle with some 96% alcohol. That is an option. And that's kind of why I blow on it after I've done using the torch. I'm not trying to blow anything out. I didn't catch anything on fire. I'm just trying to get it, the heat moving a little. It probably does nothing, if I'm honest, me blowing on it. But, you know, makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. Now we're just going to pour back and forth a little bit just to make sure that we have everything evenly coated. Because we do want to get a little bit of that clear up onto the walls. Just to make sure. Get it up in the leg. Get it started anyway. I thought I saw some bubbles in the head, so this is going to be a hard angle for you guys for a second, but I'm just going to double check. No, I think we got him. I think we got him. Okay, so we're going to let him sit for a couple of minutes before we turn him on. I am going to put him on my little tray. Sorry, guys, he's leaving us. Okay. Everybody tell Gecko we'll see you in a moment. That school is over. No, we're always in school. So we're going to take that little gecko-y guy. We're going to stick him into our UV lamp and make sure he's nice and centered. He's definitely nice and centered. Now, I'm not going to turn him on just quite yet because I'm going to give him a couple of seconds before I turn him on to make sure it's all settled and what have you. Make sure that everything is straight because I don't even know if this is... The chair itself is a bit wobbly. I probably should have thought of that before. Oh, now the chair is no longer wobbly. Thank you, husband, helping me. Oh, also, husband, who is helping me. I forgot the canvas. They're right over there. Can you grab those two canvases for me so I can cover this? Because I can't open any Miniverse or any resin right now without covering that UV, or I'm just going to ruin everything. And that would be unfortunate. Hey, Melissa. Alright, so we're going to stick this guy right here. That should be fine. We'll just stick this guy in the back so I'm not blinding my husband as he plays his games. And you know what? I'll just turn it on now. Why not? Alright, so, oh my goodness, the one thing that I did forget is my mini scissors. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm going to go grab my mini scissors because that's like my one tool that I live by. And thankfully, because I knew where they were, I could grab them really quickly. Okay, mini scissors, mini scissors. Okay, so we're going to open up our Miniverse while we're waiting for that to cure. Let's see what we got in the chat. Resin school just starting, loves it. All right, guys, so here's the one we got. And let's make sure you guys can all see what I'm talking about. We got a good view here now, yeah? All right, so do you see right here? I'm kind of pointing at it, trying to make it as clear as possible. I don't know if anybody can see it. There's like right above one of those martini glasses, there's a little poke Anybody see that little hole, that little pokey poke hole? Oh my God, trying to get the angle on this is so impossible when you're not used to it. Is that better? Do you guys see it? Yes. Okay, so that is actually that's a cheat. So that little dot in there above that martini glass, that is a cheat. That is what we call the pinhole cheat. And if you go to Meeny Miny Mo, I can type in on my description later if you guys need it. She has listed out for majority of the series for Miniverse. If you follow these pinholes, then you should know what's going to be inside your ball before you actually open it. So if you're in the store, you're not going to be getting a bunch of duplicates unless you want duplicates. So this is the one we're going to open today. I'm not going to lie, I don't actually know what's in this because, like I said, I didn't check the cheat, which is something I always do. If you know me well, you know that I'm always checking the cheats on these guys. I want to make sure I'm getting the one I want. So because this one was ordered off of Amazon, oh, it's so satisfying. Because this one was ordered off of Amazon, I just checked to make sure it wasn't a double, and other than that, I'm happy. Now, I didn't touch any resin with my gloves, so I'm just going to go ahead and keep them on. By the way, I have a new microphone attached. Is anybody hearing better, worse audio? How is it going for everybody? Are we enjoying the audio? Is it working out? Just wait for the chat, see if anybody answers. Oh, I love this peel. Sound is much better. Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Voodoo. Thank you, Cole. Oh, getting that in a single peel. I'm telling you, every time I've done it on a video or live now, I've got it in like one go almost. That is not normally how lucky I am. So, I'm going to show you guys here on the little camera as good as I can because, again, trying to learn those angles. This is what it looks like. Either videos you were quiet and rappers were too loud. Balance is so good now. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Erica. Okay, I'm going to show it to the big camera if you want to have a look otherwise. This is our little ball. They are so super cute. I love how everything in these look. I love it. I love it. I love it. But what did we get? What did we get? We're finding it together, guys. What did we get? What did we get? Okay. Mixologist. Okay, okay. That's a cute little box. I'm seeing martini glasses. That is worrying me because if this is the espresso martini again, I will lose it. Okay. No, these are different glasses. That is for sure. Can everybody see how adorable these glasses are? Do I have it at the right angle? Oh yeah, you can see that. These are the cutest. We'll put that back in its box for now. Get all of our wrappers out. So many papers. Oh my God. So many papers. Okay, we got the English one. We'll keep it close by in case we need it. We probably don't. All right, let's take a look at what we got here, guys. Let's see. So, straighten this out. This is just our collector's manual. Just tells you all the different things that you can get. The guys that have those particular martini glasses, it could be the Cosmopolitan or the Dirty Martini. Looks different. So I think we may have the Cosmopolitan, it's looking like. So if we have the Cosmopolitan, here is the paperwork for that. I'm not sure if this is going to show upside down. Oh, of course it is. My bad, my bad, my bad. My bad. Do you guys see that? So we got our instructions there. I'll keep them open over here. Now guys, we always have the option. Are we going to make it exactly like the recipe calls for? Or are we going to remix it? Are we going to change it? Now, the beautiful thing about these is they come with 2 cups. We have 2 glasses. I'm personally thinking we should only make 1 Cosmopolitan right now the way it should be. And then we save the other one and we make that a remix. How does everybody feel about that? Oh no! Oh no, this is way too cute. That's a waste of a bag though, but okay. Guys, look at this. Look at this shaker. Look. It's upside down, of course. Look at the shaker. Look at this guy. How cute. How cute is this shaker? I can't even. I cannot. What is in this? Nothing. Okay. I was like, is that our resin? No. There's nothing in it. But it does have a removable lid, which, curious. That's very, I mean, attention to detail, first of all. Kudos. Loving that. But curious. Let's see what we got in this guy. Let's see. What's in this bag? Okay, so this is just our, I'm going to just throw this on the floor for now. I'll clean that up later when the live is over, because you guys can't see my floor. So this is just the legs for the actual display, and we have the tongs if I want to use them. So on the back of this, you can kind of, oh my gosh, you're supposed to be able to stick them on, or I'll just break it, you know, if that works too. Oh, you bad word. Okay, there's one. Just takes way more effort and strength than what apparently I have. Get in. There we go. So now, because I have the stands on it, it should just be able to stand up on its own, which it does. So that's cool. And we have a little coaster for each one of the drinks. And of course, again, shake it, baby. I am going to keep one coaster for the remix, and I'll use one coaster now for what we are making. I think I am going to change up the angle of my camera for the next time I do a live, so the camera is more here facing me this way, because I'm like looking this way and then looking this way, looking this way, looking this way. It's a bit difficult. Or we can just, you know, move the chair. That works too. Oh, this one is really tight. I hope the resin did not leak. I hope that's not what that is. Let's hope it just got jam-packed in because there wasn't much room. Yay, no leak. Always check our bag, make sure it's empty. They do sometimes throw in the weirdest little things ever. All right, guys, so this is our Cosmopolitan drink. Hopefully you can see it good. I'm still trying to learn all these angles. So it's the cutest little bottle. I always keep these bottles, even when the resin is fully empty out of it. I'm going to keep it for my display. I do have a little mini kitchen and stuff. I also have a Harry Potter's Potions classroom. And I have more displays on the way that we can build together on lives, or I can do them in just a video, whatever you guys prefer, but there is more stuff coming. I like the side view so we get a full view, and then top turn. Yeah, I also really like that. This one is one of my favorite little items. It is just little lime slices. It's so simple, but it's just so cute, and I love them. They're so adorable. Is it just limes in it? Yeah, there's just limes. And with the happy hour, they really started to step their game up, and those limes are actually a little bit see-through. So let's just look back onto our paper and see exactly what they tell us to do with our Cosmopolitan. And the Cosmopolitan instructions are the most simple thing I think I've ever seen in my life. So this is awesome. Hopefully you can get it there. Basically what you do is it starts from the bottom and works its way up. And you just pour resin into your glass, put the lime onto your glass, and then cure it. And that is it. I'm not going to lie, sometimes that's a relief. Sometimes not having 12 extra steps to create your Miniverse, sometimes that's what we need. Sometimes that's what we want. So we will put away our extra little guy. Maybe we'll put away our extra little guy if we can get it closed. And if you're wondering, this little tray does detach from the ball that it is on. So then you end up with this like little black tray. See it here? And then you can kind of have your glass on there, and you know, you can bring it to whoever needs to have their drink. You can bring them their drink. So I am gonna, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep it in. I'm not gonna use that in the light. We don't need that right now. Get back in there. You're in there. So we need our limes. We don't really need the shaker guy. I'll leave him out just because he's cute, but we don't really need him. And I don't think I need more of the clear resin, so we can take that out of between my thighs, and we'll put the Cosmopolitan resin down in between my thighs. That one is ready to be warmed up. I'm going to close up this guy, set him aside. And now, before we get anything else done, let me see on my camera, where's the beauty spot is like right here, I think, actually. So we're going to open up. Oh, they gave us 4 limes. I love that because now I have 1 for each drink, and then I have leftovers for future projects, which I love. Okay, can I have my limes though? Can you open, please? I can has my limes. Oh, come on, give me my limes. Put the lime in the coconut and drink them both up. Serving tray is adorable. It really is. Okay, I'm just going to take a random lime. I'm not going to go picking through and try to find the perfect lime. We're not going to do that. We're going to close him up. We put that back on, and we're going to pretend like I never did open it. Look, it's beautiful. It's perfect. I've never touched that before in my entire life. Now, we're going to put him on the rim of the glass. We don't need to cut it too deep. I want to make sure my gloves are tight so I'm not cutting my gloves, you know? Let's not cut my gloves and let's not cut my fingers. Let's keep all of our digits today, shall we? So we'll go right in the middle of this lime. Do a quick little snip, snip. Oh my God, I almost cut all the way through, I think. Oh, that's scary. Oh yeah, I literally almost cut that guy all the way through. I want to stick him on the cup first, because that way, if we do get some resin, maybe I can stick him there. All right. Look, we got our little lime on the cup. How cute is he? I think that's a pretty decent job. I may have cut him a little too deep, but I think it'll work. And if it falls off, I can just put some more on later. So, to be smart, we're going to do this all in one go. So we're going to take our Mr. Gecko out because he should be cured. We're going to put Mr. Gecko here. We are going to get one of our best friends. Does anybody remember what our best friend is? I kind of already reached for it. Maybe you didn't see that. I see nothing in chat, so I'm just going to go for it. Our best friend when we're playing with resin, making resin stuff, whatever you want to call it. Toothpick, I know this one. Erica was first. So yes, Toothpick is our best friend. We love these guys. They're great for everything. So we're just going to give a little poke. Oh yeah, she's good and cured. Now normally if I'm trying to demold things, I would kind of start playing with it and moving things around, but because I still have more resin to pour in there, I'm not going to touch that at all. And I'm just wondering now, do I want to do the rest of it full milky, or do I want to do a little bit more clear and then milky? I think I might do a little bit more clear and just have the very last layer milky, like just where his feet and stuff are. I think that'll work out the way I want it to be. So don't worry guys, we're still going to have that milky in there. It's just not going to be as predominant as you might have thought it would be. We'll stop there. Put this lid on. Torch. No, that is not our best friend. IPA. Cole, you should know that IPA is definitely not my best friend. Not even kind of, sort of. I trust the process. Well, at least one of us does. Oh, goodness gracious me. That was fast. This resin is definitely runny pants, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. We're not upset. But we did get a little bit of overspill right there, which is fine because I have these handy little wipes, and we have a bit of alcohol. I mean, really, I don't even need to do that, technically speaking, because I can just cure it and then peel it off later. But I am a perfectionist, and I want to make sure that everything is done very nice. And then we don't have a whole bunch of nasty. I trust the process. Yes, me too, Erica. Me too. Just wipe this off right here. That's gone. Uh-oh, guys. I did forget one thing that I really shouldn't have. It would be a Cosmo if you didn't have to bust out the alcohol. You're not wrong. Okay, the one thing that I did forget to do for this video, and I can't believe that one thing. This is the second thing, but that's okay. We'll pretend it's the one thing. A little garbage. And I'm just going to cheat and use the little plate that I had from last time. And we're going to pretend like it was there all along. I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss any garbage. What are you talking about? It's fine. It's totally fine. It's fine. It's fine, fine, fine. Totally fine. All right, let's stick our Cosmo right here. The Cosmo's the only one I'm a little bit worried about because, like, moving it from here to there, I think I'm going to take the Cosmo off the tray before I move it because, well, you know, I don't want to waste it. I don't want to ruin it. I want it to be pretty. Tape stuck to me. That's fine. We'll just stick it in our garbage. Okay, so we're going to open up our alcohol bottle. And because I know this is a colored resin, I am going to give it a little bit of a shake. And because we did just have it between our thighs, it should be warm enough that it shouldn't be too bad for bubbles. And again, I can get the bubbles out. Bubbles don't scare me. Bubbles don't scare me. Yeah, it is a colored resin, so I'm glad I did that. All right, guys, let's get it in. No, we don't want to fill it all the way because, I mean, have you ever drank out of one of these martini glasses? If you fill this guy all the way up, she gonna be a spilly talker, spilly drinker, like, girl, No, 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 no. Let's go like that. And you don't want it to be too top heavy either. If it is too top heavy, when you cure it, she's just going to fall down all over the place. And I mean, that's just silliness. So I'm going to show you guys what I got done here. I can't change it to, like, I can't turn it sideways because it's not cured yet. Just going to take a quick look. Honestly, I don't see a single bubble in this, so that looks really good. I'll go quick up to the main camera so you guys can see as well. Close up. So I don't know if it's actually going to pick it up where it's so laggy, but I think it's really cute. So I'm going to stick him right here. I'm going to take this guy because this one can move a little bit. Make sure he's good and centered. We're sticking that in our UV lamp. And again, if you are listening, I don't know if you're in the chat yet because I haven't actually seen you say anything, but if you are here in the chat and listening, my wonderful fairy god person who has given this lamp to me, I love it. I love it. The pink translucent or opaque. It is translucent. It is, if it was opaque, I wouldn't do it all in one go because then it's going to be really hard to actually cure it all the way through. If it was opaque, I would put a tiny bit in, cure that, tiny bit in, cure that, and I would keep doing those layers until I got what I wanted. But I would have the layers literally only like a couple of millimeters at a time. Now is that? No, that's not a bubble. I think it's just some dust or something. Whatever. We'd still drink our drinks if it had a bit of dust, wouldn't we? Okay, so I'm going to have that in there. Stick up our canvas again. And now we're going to 5 minutes. Okay, guys, that is that timer going. While that timer is going, that Miniverse is going, trust me, that Miniverse is going to be done when that light goes off. We're not going to have to cure that again a bunch of times. It's just not going to happen. So in the meantime, because I mean, I'm going to have to cure the gecko for a third time, do we want to pick one of the diamonds and kind of make it like a little fun thing that we do every time we go live, that we pick one of the colored diamonds and we make one together as a side piece. Is that what we want to do? Because I still have this one that's more of like a pinky red, and then I have the darker mica. I like them both. I don't even mind doing both. Like if you want me to fill both, I can. We can fill the dark one with the clear and then maybe fill the pink one with the more milky, or we can do it the other way around. Yes. I know I said I was going to make a poll, but I don't want to be touching my laptop with my gloves on just in case there is a bit of resin on it. I just don't want to risk touching my laptop and making it worse than it already is. She's doing a good enough job right now. She's surviving this. Let's not make it worse, eh? Dark one for sure. All right, so guys, do you like the idea of what I said where we do the clear resin in the dark and the milky in the pink / red? They ended up super clear last time. They really did though, Voodoo. They really did. I was so happy. The big gems, yeah, they were so good. Can you do a swirl? I mean, okay, so I can do a swirl. I can. I just do like which you're not going to see the swirl in the dark one as well as you will in the pink one. So I can do a swirl of the clear and the milky in that one, and I can do the other one just clear. It depends on what kind of swirl do you want me to do. Do you want me to just pour both at the same time and just let them do their own thing? Do you want me to take a small cup, mix them, use one of my best friends and give it a little bit of a swirl and then pour? Because there's a lot of different techniques for it, right? Swirl in the pink, clear in the... Yeah. Let them do their own thing. I'm down with that. So what I can do, Cole, is I'll take 2 of the bottles and I'll do like a little clear, a little cloudy, a little clear, a little cloudy, a little clear, a little cloudy. That's what I'll do. And then that way I'm not doing all cloudy in it, and we know that we have at least enough left for our gecko, because our gecko is our main guy tonight. All right, so let's take our clear. We know that this one is our clear. I'm gonna move our Miniverse stuff out of the way. And the dark one is going to be clear regardless, so we can just go ahead and just really start filling it up right away. Now I'm going to stop for a second because I'm hoping and praying that I didn't already get a bubble right in the bottom, because if I did, well, I'll just pop it now instead of waiting to pop it later. It'll be easier with less resin in it. Once you fill up that mold higher and you're trying to pop your bubbles, yeah, it makes it way harder. And I mean, I'm not here to make things harder on myself. Let me see. Did we get a bubble in it? I don't think so. It doesn't look to be. I mean, there might be a small bubble in it. Let me just get it. Pour it around the edges like so. I mean, what are you? A piece of something, I think. Oh, I think that's part of the mold, actually. I think, I know you guys are probably like, why is she just mumbling to herself like a crazy person? Because I really want to know if there's a bubble in there or not. And I know you're thinking like, oh, we'll just take it and torch it. No, because this one is not so easily torched. And if I take my best friend and try to pull that bubble out, I'm going to start pulling off the mica powder that's on it. So you know what? We're just going to, whatever. We're just going to leave it. We're just going to leave it. I'm like looking around for tissues, knowing they're behind me. Okay. We're going to get that. I did get a tiny little bit of resin on my glove. This is why we glove up, guys. So we're just going to, oh, the bubble came up to the surface. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. I'll just keep him. I can pop him when he gets to the top. I'm probably in the way of the camera with my big head and my big hair. I see a couple more bubbles, you jerks. right up to the top. There we go. And again, we're just cleaning off the tip of the resin guy, because I just don't like a big mess on my nozzle. Then it's why, you know? Why have a big mess on your nozzle when you don't need it? And this one already has a bit of alcohol, so we'll just leave it on that. All right, yeah. Sorry, I took it away from your guys' angle. I know, but gotta pop them bubbles. Quick. Always super quick. We don't want to ruin our molds. We do not want to burn anything. We just want to be quick. And I think we have nothing in there. Let me see. Clear the. Yeah, it can be an experiment. We will do that. All right. I think I saw another bubble in there somewhere, but we're just gonna leave it anyway and I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm gonna put the milky on the right side, like the lid, and I'll put the clear on the left. And I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. If you can't, I'm sorry, bear with me, because I'm a little bit more concerned about getting it done at this moment than, you know, you guys being able to see. So what I'm gonna do to be smart is I'm gonna start with just a little bit, and then I am gonna kind of swirl this around just, oh wait, no, I can't because that one's full. Okay, never mind, we're not gonna be smart. We're just gonna do our thing, because I forgot that I filled the other one up. Drop, 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 drop. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. This is actually really fun. At least now I can say I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to my live chat. I mean, let's be honest, I am talking to myself, but that's okay. Ha ha ha. My hands are far too big to try this at home. I mean, you don't have to do teeny tiny molds though. You can buy bigger molds. There are larger lights. Like, just because you have big hands doesn't mean you can't do it. But I mean, yeah, you have to be very careful with this stuff. And I mean, how careful are you, honey? My hands are far too shaky to try this at home. I'm not gonna lie, Erica, it's not that you shouldn't try it. It's just we still have to have our video date night, and I will guide you, because even with a shaky hand, we can still get a really nice setup, because I have my tips and tricks for that too. If you have a shaky hand and you want to make sure that you're doing your resin properly, you set up your mold the way that you want it, and then have something underneath it. Like, I'll use this, like, for example, stick your hand here, if you can see that. Have your bottle ready like this, because it's like a circle, and then slowly let your bottle kind of go, and then you can pour it back as well. That's going to help you a lot, because then you're not relying on your own hand or shakiness. You have something to kind of set it against. So there are ways around the shakiness. It just depends on how shaky you are, but we can get around that. So I'll be using Jello molds and cookie cutters. Got it? I mean, you can. Honest to goodness. It's my, like, I see Jello happy hour sounds good to me. It works with the happy hour that we're doing. That's so funny. You're welcome, girl. I'm always here to help. Quick. I know I'm blowing on it. I know. You guys can make fun of me all you want. I'm going to do it. I don't see any other bubbles. I believe this one brought all the bubbles to the top. But honestly, I'm just excited to see how it turns out. So I'm not even going to complain about it. I don't care. If we do get a bubble, I'll fill it in. If we don't get a bubble, perfect. Honestly, we're just experimenting so that you don't have to waste your resin. I'm here to waste mine. And I mean, it's not even wasting, because I'm having a great time. I don't know about you guys. An ice ball mold. It depends. If your ice ball mold is silicone, then yes, you can. If your ice ball mold is not silicone, I would not recommend it. So it depends on what you have, because I do have some silicone molds for my ice cube trays, and yeah, they would work. Now, I wouldn't suggest using it for food after you used it for resin, but you know, That's not, okay, let me see. I'm gonna take our best friend and we're gonna use it at the end that we haven't touched any resin yet. We're doing a poke test. Oh yeah, she's set. Oh yeah, she's definitely set. Okay, so seeing this one, it was a success. Look guys, we have a cosmopolitan. Can you see it? That's our cosmopolitan that we made together. Yay! It's so cute. Now you don't have to put this, like there's no rules for these displays. That's the fun part. Like there literally is no rule for what you're gonna do with this at all. So I could stick some magnets on it and make it a little magnet display. I can put it in the little kitchen guy that I got. There's so many things that you can do with this. You can even, at the top, you can drill right down into the resin and you can attach a little connector and I can turn this into an earring. I mean, there's so many different things that I can do with this. I think that's part of the reason why I love my resin so much is because it's so versatile. I'm gonna put this right up here next to Buddha Homer, so that if Buddha Homer, just, I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera or not, but that's a little Buddha Homer. If he decides he wants to have a little snack, he's got a drink there. He's good. Okay, so our diamonds are ready to go. So we're just gonna, I'm gonna move the gecko out of the way first. Well, like this. The resin, the mold is a little warm, but it's not crazy warm, so I'm not actually scared. Again, with the non-resin side, we're gonna do a poke test. She's feeling great, honestly. Like she's feeling really great. So I just hope that we have enough clear to fill all of this because this is a bigger mold. So actually, let's let that warm up again. So let's get everything situated so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to move our diamonds onto our tray, and then we're gonna hope and pray that our tray is not in the way and I don't get my hair stuck in it. Melissa took a lot of time and energy to get these dreads in, so let's just let's not get them full of resin, hey? Oh, I love you, Melissa. We only got like half of the viewers of what we had last time. I mean, I'm not mad. I love every one of you for being here. I figured we would go up, but I'm still happy. So I'm still having fun and I'm still happy. And if everybody else is happy, then who cares? All right, let's get it going. We're going with the clear all the way through. I don't know how much is left in this bottle, so I'm hoping and praying it will be enough. And since it is a kind of a cloudy resin, I'm hoping that it cures all the way through and doesn't take hours and hours and hours, you know? Obviously, I'm not going to make you guys sit around and wait for that, but if it does take forever to cure, I'll just continue to cure it and I can post pictures, I can have it in my next video. I think it'll be fine this time around though, because it's really not that, it's not opaque, it's just cloudy. So I think it'll be fine. But I'm just going to take his here now. I don't want to move it around too much because this resin is super, super, super runny. But I do want to make sure that it got into each little finger spot. So I am sorry I took away your close-up. I know you guys are enjoying that. The only thing I'm doing right now is I'm taking one of our best friends and I'm just pushing all this resin into where the little toes are. Sometimes when you pour these molds, it's really hard for the resin to like move to all the sections that you want it to. You have to like almost fill it up all the way perfectly to get it all there. And this is just kind of faster. Just get them into the corners and then I'll pour some more resin in. And I'm too afraid right now to start pouring like a crazy person, you know what I mean? But we're gonna have to add a bit more because it's not filling up his feet all the way. And we want those feet filled up. So let's go from this angle over here, get them sure the head is good and put a little drop right there. Little drop. Again, guys, take your time with this. This is not something you want to rush. I know it's fun and we're having fun and we're giggling and I might look like I'm not taking my time, but this is because I've been doing this for years, you know what I mean? This is not my first go at resin. I haven't done Miniverse for as long as I've been playing with resin, and I haven't been playing with resin properly all that long, but I've learned over the years that the slower you go, the better it turns out. You get like better results. Me back and forth, my glasses on, glasses off. Wax on, wax off. There's some big bubbles right there. That was a crazy bubble. Okay, now that we're at this stage where it's so like close to being full, I'm going to move it right back onto the glass so that it's not as hard to get into the light. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, mashed potatoes. I knocked the guy over. Look at that. Oh, you guys can't even see. I pushed the diamond over and all the resin that was in the diamond just like leaked out. Not all of it, but like the top. I think I might just leave it. It's not that much. It's still good. It's still good. It's just a little airborne. It's so good. It's so good. If you know the Simpsons quote, you know. Thank you. And the straight razor line was all me, right, Melissa? Oh, God, here we go. Guys, who made Dirty Dutchie a mod? Because that was definitely not me. Oh, I just want to make sure that that's not going to drip down. I don't think it's going to drip down. I think we're good. But I'm going to have to get a new best friend. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of the resin on the diamonds came out. I'll top them up last. I'm going to finish up with the gecko first, and then I'll just top them up with some clear, or with some, well, I'll do clear for the one that has to be clear, and I'll do milky for the other guy. But that is kind of sad. I was really hoping that that was going to be perfect, but can't win them all. So what I'm doing here, and I'm sorry I don't have it on the small angle because I'm afraid to move this tray now, is I'm just going drip by drip and seeing how even to the top it looks. Like, is it domed up? Is it, you know, is it full? Is it not full? Is it cake? We'll find out. I'm sorry, I've watched a lot of Is It Cake. Every time there's a new season, they have a new one. And if you guys haven't watched it, the Halloween one was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Look at that big bubble. Get that at it. I feel like all the resin has gone right to the body. As soon as I pour it into the leg, it's just gone. Like it's there and then gone. And then it's there and it's gone. So, gone. And gone. So I'm just doing it drip by drip, which maybe isn't the smartest thing because I'm sure you guys don't want to be here all night just watching me go drip, drip. But, you know, learning experience. I have never used this mold before. I have no idea what to expect with it. I really don't know if this is going to work out. I don't know if it's going to be a huge mess. We are finding this out on the fly together. And that's a lot of cloudy stuff, so I'm really, my worried hat is on now. There we go, more bubbles pop. Why so many bubbles? Well, that's so many. Go there. And go there. It's this leg. Look, it just like drains out. Oh, and gone. And gone. I mean, it's getting closer. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even looking at the chat right now. I'm just trying to get this done. I want to see it complete. Oh, tail. Oh, tail. Every time I pop a bubble, too, it's creating more room for more resin. So at a certain point, I'm just going to say I don't care anymore. Just cure it the way it is. And if I have to add more later, so be it. Although it doesn't really work like that, but still. think we're almost there because it's not draining out as fast anymore. And if you're wondering what I mean by draining out, like as I pour it into the leg or into the foot area, it's kind of like moving away from that and going towards the body, which tells me that there is still a lot more resin to fill up the rest of the mold. Like it still needs more. So, and that's fine. Again, this is why we go slow. This is why we take our time. This is why we go slow. This is why we don't rush anything. Because if you rush pour, you're going to go over the sides and you're going to make a huge mess all over your table. It's going to be ridiculous. If you go real slow, you're going to be able to see where you need it and where you don't need it. You cannot, there's no going too slow when it comes to resin, at least in your house. Like going live, yeah, you guys don't want me to go ridiculously slow, but I'm here to teach you guys. So like, there is no too slow. Take your time. Please take your time. This is toxic. This is chemical. It's a chemical reaction that makes it harden. It's not hardening for magic. It is a chemical reaction. And we all learned in high school that chemical reactions can be danger. So, this looks pretty even. I think it's starting to dome over now. I don't think we're going to need much more resin, if any. I'm just going to do a quick little drop in each foot. I mean, these bubbles, though. I think that's what we said last time, that the milky one had less bubbles, but they were bigger, and the clear one had more bubbles, but they were smaller. Well, I'm still seeing the same thing happen, so it definitely wasn't the temperature or anything, because it is a different temperature and humidity here today in the Netherlands. So, and yes, that does play a big role on your resin. If it's too hot and too humid where you are, it's going to take a lot longer for your resin to cure. The same as if it's too cold. If it's too cold, your resin is just not going to cure at all, because it's a lot of why it's curing is to do with heat. So like it's warming up, that kind of stuff. The chemical reaction is happening as it warms. I'm like literally trying to clean all this and I just shouldn't be. I just close it up. Oh, look, see, now I got, yeah, get you over there. This is why I had these over here. Again, thank God I'm wearing gloves, because look, if I see all that shiny on my glove right there, I don't know if you're seeing it or not. I'm really bad at these angles. That's resin. If I had gotten that resin on my hand, I'd be hurting tomorrow. Tomorrow, I would be, and maybe even later tonight, I'd be getting that dermatitis that I was telling you about, and you do not want that. So the reason why I'm wiping it off my glove is not because I want to save these gloves. I'm not going to reuse them. Nothing like that. I don't want to transfer that resin anywhere else. I want it to just be gone away from everything. I don't want to be making a mess. So it came from here on the bottle, on the lid. So I'm going to clean that up. And yeah, this is an important part, guys. Keep your bottles clean. Keep your bottles, you know, good and clean. Make sure there's no extra resin around on them, because when you go to pick them up, like I said, I literally saw today somebody just picked up a bottle of resin that they used and they moved it, and because there was resin on the outside and they got it on their hand, they ended up with acute dermatitis, and it looked real bad. It looked real painful. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I felt so bad for this person. Like, oh. And that is why I'm taking this and kind of smooshing this back into the bottle tip. It's not like you're not saving any resin doing this. It's not like that's not gonna make or break me. But this resin now is not going to leak down and then cause any issues with the threading. So that is why we're doing that. A little bit more there. We're good. All right, guys, last check for bubbles. We got one here because the new cup. And on the other side, that's not a bubble. I don't see any on the gecko. Guys, it's going in. Are we ready? Are we ready? I didn't look at the chat for a while, sorry. The gels look amazing. Thank you, Erica. And the straight razor line, that was me, right? I think I already commented on that, but Alex, we all know who did it. Thank you, Erica. Love you. Sure. Yeah, sure, Alex. Sure. It's just a little slime. Okay. Now I'm gonna take my time and get this into the mold or in the light. I don't want to make another mess. I don't want this to leak down onto my guy, like the actual tray that I have it on. I should have put something under it, but well, I didn't. And if I did put something under it, I'd have to be clear anyway because it has to be able to get through. And I could just wipe it all off. I could, but like I'm afraid because if I wipe it off and I make a mess, no, we're just gonna leave it. We're gonna let it cure, and then I can just pick it off. I like picking stuff. People like picking. It's fine. We're just gonna take our time and go slow. And I'm gonna warn my husband: do not kick this chair. Do not move this chair. Let's not make a mess, shall we? She's going in so super slow. We'll stop here. Cover this up. All right. Make sure it's not going to hit. Oh, okay, guys. Oh, that's in. That one was a little stressful. I'm not going to lie. I was with the way that the resin came out, with those tiny little fingers, how thick that one was. That was a stressful mold. I'm not going to lie. Guys, everybody out there, positive vibes that mold went good. Let's have this a successful live. It already started rough. Let's have this good. Concurrent viewers, we got 6. That's pretty cool. I believe. Thank you, Erica. Thank you. I believe. Make sure you guys got at least something to look at other than garbage. So we'll take this away. We're going to need a new friend for poking anyway. You guys can look at some limeses. Which way is my camera? Like this. Take a look at my limeses and my shaker. My little guy. Stick you back up there. We don't need you. Alright. He's gonna be great. I hope so. So do you guys like it more when I'm making these like bigger trinket items, or do you guys want to also see, not tonight, like another time, some jewelry? I do have a lot of different pieces for making jewelry. So like I have a bag of just, these are just earring dangles, like that you can, dangly type earrings, lots of O-rings to attach things on. I've got these cool pendants that I can put resin in and change the color. If you take a look here, hopefully you guys can see it in the camera. Very like space themed. I got some planets, and there's also some, whatchamacallit, little honeycomb looking dudes. So they're pretty cool. We can make jewelry out of that. So here for jewelry. Lots of necklace ropes. And this one actually has as well, I don't know if you can see it in the bag, there's these round kind of, I don't know what you would call that. It's like a backing that you can, really you can do anything you want with those, because you can actually take like a small piece of art that you've drawn yourself and you can put it down into the bottom, and then you can just put resin right on top. Or you can actually take these little, they call these glass cabochons, I don't know how to say it, dude. I never say it right. Merch store coming soon. Oh yeah. So you can put one of these over that little backing guy and just glue it in place, or you can glue it in place with the actual resin. So let's just take it out and show you, because we're still waiting for that to cure. Let's take a look at other things we have to make. So here's your little backing. Actually, let's see. Yeah, you can see that there. So here's your backing. You put whatever you want in there, and then you can just put like a little drop or two of resin, and then you put your little glass piece, and then put your resin there, cure through it, and then all of that will stick together as just one solid piece. And then you throw your necklace rope right on it. It's so super easy. Anybody can do that. It's just getting it smooth and no bubbles, and what do you want to put behind it? You know, what kind of artwork, what kind of stuff do you want to do? I also have, I'm going to take a couple of different shapes so you can get an idea of how much stuff I truly have here. Absolute craziness. Okay, so I'm just going to lay these all right here on the tray so you guys, you can see them, all the different shapes. So these are all random little shapes, and I can put literally anything inside of these at all. So there's like a special resin tape, and I just lay it out, and then I stick the tape to the actual pendant. And what happens is there's tape on the bottom of the pendant, and then you fill it up with resin. You can do like a swirl. You could put dried leaves in it. You can put dried flowers. You can literally put anything in it. I have a friend who, unfortunately, his cat had passed away, and I plan on making one of these pendants with a little bit of his cat's fur in it so that it'll last forever. You can also put ashes in it if you so want to. So if you do have something that you would like for me to personally design and make for you as a keepsake or momentum, that is something I'm totally willing to do, and I take it seriously, and I will be a perfectionist about it, and I will do a couple of test runs before I actually use the real, you know, remains or whatever it is that you want me to use with that. So those are also possible. We can get into the more serious side of the jewelry, and then honestly, we can still just pick a random Miniverse and just play with Miniverse. This is totally up to the viewers. What do you guys want to see me do? What do you not want to see me do? What's exciting for you? What's boring for you? Again, I'm not going to know until you tell me. So if you don't tell me, I'm just going to do what I want to do, which, you know, so far I'm done with it. I'm going to do a little bit longer on this guy because I'm a little bit scared on that gecko. With the pendant backing thing cool. Insect parts and resin in a pendant. Oh yeah, so I'm definitely going to be doing that. I will give trigger warnings just to be on the safe side because I know not everybody is into the same kind of thing that I am into. However, I do have a collection of, you know, Control-Alt-Deleted insect parts in my freezer. I have some butterfly wings. I have a couple of scarab beetles. I have Erica, do I have one or two giant hornets now? I know I have at least one European hornet, so one of them at least one has to go shipped to Erica, not put in resin, and then I want to try and collect a couple of more and get one of those in resin and kind of make like a necklace out of it. If I can find any ethically sourced bones, I would love to put that in resin as well. I'm obviously very much into the cute but creepy side of things, so I will put warnings in those titles whenever I decide to work with insects or otherwise, so that if that is something you don't want to see, I'm not going to make you watch something you don't want to see. That's just not what I'm here for. I know one, maybe two. I think it's two. I think one of them is a drone, and I think one of them is a male. I could be wrong on that because I know that one is bigger than the other. Oh, yeah, because now I'm remembering it. We got one that kind of just fell onto a chair next to my husband one day randomly, and it just landed on the chair next to us and didn't move, so I caught it. And I don't remember where I got the other one, but I know that now that you're mentioning that, I do remember that's too. Also, keep in mind, don't go putting your gloves close to your face. I just realized that I pushed my glasses up, and I probably should do my shoulder and not my hands because you saw I did have resin on this hand earlier. I don't see any resin on the hand I use, but just because I don't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So don't be a Megan. Use your shoulder to put your glasses on. Let's not go putting resin in our eyes. That's like the worst thing you can do. Also, just while we're waiting for this, I do want to try and keep the chats as family friendly as possible because we're making resin, because we're doing Miniverse. I mean, Miniverse is adorable. There could be younger audiences watching this. I know that some of us live here in Europe and the time zone is so late that you might be thinking, what are you talking about? But I mean, some of my friends who are watching right now, it's, 5:30 when we tried to start, 6 o'clock. I'm not quite sure the time zone right now. It's 11:30 here. So, I mean, some of the people who are watching, it's still only like 3 p.m. where they are. So we want to try and keep everything a little bit more family friendly. I might sound like a sailor when I'm not on live, but when I'm on live, I want everyone to feel comfortable, welcome, and safe. This should be a safe space. So let's try to keep that in our chat too if we can. So far, I haven't seen anybody being rude. I haven't seen anybody using any kind of foul language, and I love that, and I hope we keep it that way. My 11-year-old recognized your voice already during this live and got excited. Oh, that's so sweet. I won't say the name, but I love you. I love you so much. Suave Bob. That's a good username. Always good to see a woman who is good with her hands. Okay. Not sure how we're going to take that one. So I do have some new molds that showed up as well that I'm really excited to use, but I am a little bit afraid, kind of like the gecko one. It's a bit bigger of a frog. I can see my light is off, but I'm giving it a minute because I don't want to touch those molds while they're still really hot. So I do have like a bigger frog. I'll show it here. We got the frog. He's pretty big. So you know that he got really excited for the shout out. I love that. I love that. Like I said, I don't want to say names unless I'm allowed to. If I'm allowed to call it names, I'm going to do it. But little dude knows I love him to the moon and back. And I'm love, so much love. I literally have a big box of molds that I'm pulling from right now. So another one that I'm going to do again soon, because the last one I did, I didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. It's these cool little, they're kind of like poison bottles. So you can make them like earrings or a necklace, whatever you really want. I mean, there's no rules. No police are going to show up and tell me that has to be an earring. No, do what you want. So I do like the look of the mold though. And the other one that I really, okay, I have to open this one up. Cole and Erica, you guys right away are going to laugh. Maybe somebody else will laugh too. I don't know. But I saw this mold and there was no way I was not having it. I was having this mold. So it's just like circle looking. Looks pretty normal. And then when you look it up or open it up, let's see if anything happens in the chat before I even say anything. Let's see if they get it right away. They probably will. Cool. Right? That's all I have to say. Right? So, dice, let's go. It's the Lego on the floor of the tabletop world. So, look at this on the back. You can actually like really see which one's which. I mean, I love platonic solids. I love dice. I love everything. And I do have small dice molds, but they were so small and it was like just each dice one by one was its own little mold. So they were kind of warping a little bit. So I'm hoping because this is a big mold and it's like one big solid piece that when I fill them up, I'm hoping they are not going to actually warp or anything like that. And I'm hoping because all the numbers are on the top like this, and it does have like a locking mechanism, like you can only put it on one way. I'm hoping this is idiot proof enough that I can do this and not ruin the dice. I would love to make my own dice. So UV resin is not always the best idea for making dice. Usually for dice, you want to have like a 1-to-1 ratio epoxy resin. Once you step into the 2-to-1 and 3-to-1, I believe, I could be wrong, I believe they start to set a bit faster, so I don't know if that's what you want to go for, but I know that the epoxy resin is typically what people use for dice, as dice are pretty thick, and trying to get UV resin to cure that way isn't always the easiest, but I still want to give it a try. We're going to give it a try. What do we got here? You ever step on a D4? Come on, have I ever stepped on a D4? I'm not even going to answer that because we both know the answer to that. Putting a weight into the dice. You can put weights into your dice if you really want to, but that's not really my jam. I'm not the one who's going to help anybody in any kind of cheating sense. If I'm going to put a weight in a dice, it's going to be set so that you always roll a 1. I'm not about people winning by cheating. It's not what I do. So when you're using a dice mold, you just want to use just resin, all solid resin, or with maybe an alcohol ink, or maybe with like some mica powder, and you want to keep them all in the same kind of color scheme and keep them all with the same batch of resin. So you would actually mix your resin in a cup and then you would pour it in to your dice. I mean, if you want someone to make you weight a dice, I'm sure they could, but I'm just not your person to do that. No, I'm not cheating for feel. You could, but it's going to be really hard because with the UV resin, because of how it cures, what you might have to do is kind of like put a bottom layer in and cure that first, and then put the weight in, and then put more resin on top. So to make sure that you're getting it absolutely perfect in the middle, so it's actually weighted, is going to be really difficult. So the only way you'd be able to do that is if I say I had a whole pile of really small like glass beads or really small like ball bearings or something, and I filled them all up equally and just a bit of resin, but then you're going to run into the issue with UV resin. If it's not clear, how are you going to cure that resin? So honestly, with UV resin, I wouldn't do that. If you're going to want to add weights or add anything to your dice, that's when you're going to have to go to your epoxy resin, which is a 1-to-1 ratio. You're mixing 2 into 1. That's not what I'm into yet. I mean, I'm not saying that I'll never do it. I'm just saying it's not what I'm doing at this moment. I'm not set up for it. And that does cause a lot more fumes, and that does cause a lot more chemical whatnot. Oh no, she leaked over the side. No. Oh, catastrophe. Guys, we have a catastrophe. I think it was because my chair wasn't perfectly even. I don't think this is going to be the end of the world, but it definitely isn't what I wanted. Oh no, that means that this leg is so... okay. Okay, we can fix this. Maybe. Maybe. It came out of the mold and onto my tray. Oh, this makes me so sad. I just got this guy. Okay, that's good. These are good. We'll leave those aside. Not falling over. Oh, I'm so sad. Look, he's stuck. Look, he poured out. No. It's like 3D printed poker chips. Putting a penny to add weight. Fair. Gives illusion of quality. It's like the toy game. Yeah, you can't do that with UV resin. You would literally have to do that with epoxy resin. It's doable with epoxy resin, just not with UV resin. Haha, I got it cracked off. Okay, so, oh no. I think I'm going to have to go in with a razor later and remove that resin off of my tray. I can't believe this happened, you guys. This is like the third time I've used this tray, and already I have this. Oh no, that makes me sad. Oh wait, I can get this off. Who am I kidding? Watch, we'll just bend it a little bit. A little brute force and ignorance, right? A little BFI and we got it off. That's all we needed. We just needed a little bit of BFI. I don't know if that's because of the heat that it kind of warped, or is it because it wasn't straight? I'm not quite sure what happened there, but it does look like it was because it wasn't straight, because I can see on the side there is a little bit missing from the leg. So I'm going to turn it this way this time. And I'm going to put a little... Oh, that's why that foot wasn't filling up. It's like not straight. Okay, you know what? We're going to swivel. We're going to swivel. We're going to go old school. And the person who gave me my light, if you see me, you're probably going to get angry right now. And you know what? That's okay. I'm okay. Where is the other one? We're going to go a little old school. And what I mean by that is I'm not using my big UV lamp. I'm using this because I do want this to work out. And right now, if I pull this out, that foot right there, that foot is so very thin that if I pull this out right now, I'm going to break that foot. It's going to happen. I'm going to break it. So we're just going to take our diamonds. I'm just going to stick them back in. I mean, they are cured, but I'm just going to stick them in for a couple extra seconds just to... Better safe than sorry, right? So let's go. There we go. We'll keep that there. Okay. This is sad, but it is what it is, you know? So what I have here, these are just UV lights, but they're just tiny. So I am going to manually hold this guy because, yeah, his foot is now curved up. So we're going to hold him like this so his foot is actually kind of straight. And we're going to add a little bit of that cloudy there because I'm not giving up on this guy. I'm going to make sure that he is perfect. Like, I don't even care. We're going to make him great. We are going to make him awesome. Awesome possum. As good as we can. Down into the toes, please. Get that down into the toes. I'm going to have to do so much altering of this guy afterward. Like, I am going to have to fix him up so much. And that's okay. I'm not mad about it. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not mad about it. So, let's do a little bit along here because I can tell that there's a little bit missing from there. You're going to be able to tell where I fix it up. Let's not lie. You're going to be able to tell. They're going to know. They're going to know. I'm just kind of spreading it along now to kind of give the illusion that it's all together and that this was a purposeful thing that I did and I didn't actually mess it up my first try. No, I didn't mess it up. It was totally meant to be this way. I totally wanted this to happen. Totally, guys. It's exactly what I wanted to happen. What are you talking about? Now, do we need a little bit more to the foot? Up here on this foot? Do you need some? I think he does. So we'll make sure to pour it up this way. Even it out again. I think that one's pretty flat though. It's pretty flat. And then let's just get back up to the head. So what I'm doing here is I did have to add some more into that foot that was onto the other side that didn't really get filled up because it leaked out. And I'm not quite sure why it leaked out. I don't know if it was because of the heat warping the mold. I don't know if it was, you know, because the chair wasn't straight. I kind of feel like it was because the chair itself wasn't straight. So that could just be my fault for setup. Again, why you should be taking your time. You should be checking your stuff. This is a toxic product. It has a mind of its own. It will do whatever it wants to do. I will promise you that. I am just going to lay this down for a quick second. See, look, it's like total wobble. So let's just go ahead and put the scissors under here so she's a little bit more even inside, like it's not like wobbled over. Could you please? Could you do what I want you to? There you go. Thank you. Finally. Should have had a couple extra of these. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Are you not going? I told you to go. Let's see here now. Let's close that up. Okay, so this is not my favorite resin anymore. This milky resin is not my favorite resin anymore because of this whole incident. Guys, I'm not looking at the chat right now because I am trying to make sure that I'm doing this evenly and safely. I do not want to be burning myself. I don't want to get this on my gloves. I don't want to be messing this up. Oh, see, look, I just dripped over the side. And thank God we're over a silicone mat because it's fine. It can drip. It's fine. Nothing's going to happen. I'll just cure it and pull it off of my mat and that'll be fine. So where's the drip? There's the drip. We'll just get it off. But I think it's all even now. It's in this foot good. Okay. I think I'm holding it fairly well. Get that in there. I'm so sorry, guys. If this mess up didn't happen, I would be pretty much done and showing you our results. But I didn't want to break it when I took it out, and had I not done what I'm doing right now, I for sure would have broke it. Like, without a doubt, it would have been broken. So we're just gonna hold it like this in my hand, and then I'm gonna cure it by hand for a couple of seconds so it doesn't move. So this is a UV light. Look away if it hurts your eyes. I'm sorry, but I really can't move my hand right now. I cannot stop what I'm doing. I have to try to cure this in place, and if I don't, then this whole thing is going to be just a fail. And I'm okay with failing, you know, it's not like the end of the world. This is how we learn. Again, this is why I'm doing this, is so that I can waste my resin and you don't waste yours. So for next time, maybe do even more layers. Maybe don't go right to the top like I did. When I said that it was leaking out of the foot, maybe I should have stopped right then and there and just kind of left it alone. And then I could have filled up and did spot checks afterwards. But, you know, live and learn. Poor gecko, I know, right? Maybe it will drop its tail to save the rest of the mold. Oh, pivot. Pivot. Oh God, that was too good. That was way too good. Okay, this is definitely not cured all the way, but I'm just wanting it to cure enough so it's not moving is all. That's what we want right now, so we just don't want it moving around. And if it's not moving around, then I can put it back into the mold or the UV light. That's all we want right now. And let's get that piece that dripped on the bottom because I don't want that in my way either. You jerk. You jerk. Jerk Gecko. We now call him Jerk Gecko. That's his name. That's what we call him. All right, let's get, see, cured it, came right off. Cured it, came right off. A little bit of stickiness on my hand, not too bad. And now we're gonna do the big guns cure. Now I had that in this way last time, so I'm just gonna turn it so it's the opposite. Let's take this out. Maybe that also played a role. So let's do it this way. And huzzah. Now, oh, my glasses and everything. This is crazy in my face. Okay, so did I put that on the resin? No, I didn't, thank God. I just want to cure this resin that's on my mat right now because I do want to take it off. I don't want it stuck to my mat forever. So, I know this must look so silly right now. This is one part you don't want to leave and say, oh, I'll just do that later, because if you miss a spot, it's just going to be terrible. The longer you leave it there, the more fumes are going to be coming off from it, the more chance you have of getting yourself stuck to it or getting it on your clothes or on your skin. Just so if you do make a little drop, this is why I told you guys you can never have enough silicone mats. We want to be using these mats because now I dripped on here. I just cure it, pick it off. It's basically a giant flat mold. It works, it's great. Cure it, pick it off, we're done. And these are really tiny, so it shouldn't take that long. We got like 10 seconds left on this. She should be good. You don't, and this one, we're just gonna throw it in the garbage. You don't really need it to be cured perfect anyway. So this is the little drip off part in the garbage. Little drip off part. And you don't have to throw it in the garbage. If you're gonna make another mold later that is literally just one color, you can just stick this in the middle and continue using, like you can use this as like filler kind of, like you don't have to throw it in the garbage. I need to get it off my mat right now so it's not in my way. All right guys, this has been sitting. It is still a little warm, but it's not terrible horrible. So I think we're gonna give it a shot. If you remember, we had this little leak out beforehand. You can't really tell if it's mixed together, clear and cloudy on that. That was the clear cloudy one. Sorry, my dry mouth is killing me, so hold on. Okay. Guys, how long have I been live? I don't even know. Hour and 42. Oh, that's too much. Okay, let's take that off. Let's do some demolding so you guys can, you know, go to bed. Melissa, I totally understand if you have to leave and go to bed, or if you already have. I love you. The fact that you stayed up late for me, I love you. Don't even happen to mention the Friends theme adult Happy Meal, and there was no way she wasn't going. Yeah, I may or may not have a small Joey with a duck. I can show you guys that later if you want before we leave. So here is the black one, or the darker mica. It's not very shimmery. I think I'm going to have to go over some with some clear, but I mean, it turned out good. Like the quality is good. I'm not mad at the quality. It's just not the shimmer that I would choose. Even though I like darker colors, it's not giving what I want it to give. So I'm not mad. I'm happy. But I think what I'll do is I'll paint some top coat, like some clear gel from like a nail polish or something, and do it over. Because like, meh, it's nice, but it's not my favorite. Oh, look. And it didn't pick up all the resin or all the mica powder that's in the mold. You can literally see all the gray that's like still in the mold. So yeah, live and learn. So that mica powder is probably either not the best, or the resin itself just didn't want to stick to it. Next time I'll just mix the mica with the resin itself. That's what our next attempt with this mold is going to be. So we're still going to use this mold again. We're gonna mix together. So this is the one where we mix clear and cloudy together. And I don't know if you can actually tell the difference. It doesn't look really swirled to me. I'm trying to show you guys so you can have an idea, because like, you know, I'm here for you. But I'm not seeing any, you know, except for this one little spot there, but I don't know if that's the resin or a bubble. And I mean, when you look at the top of it, it just kind of looks cloudy. So, still here. Yeah, I think you can't tell the swirl because of the outside mica powder, but I am a bigger fan. I'm a much bigger fan of the pinky red than I am of the gray one, which is kind of strange because gray, the darker ones are usually my favorite. And if you look in the mold where we had the other mica powder, there's absolutely nothing left in the sides, but the darker one is in there. So I'm going to have to give this mold a really good cleaning with some alcohol. I'm not mad about it. Like, I'm here for it. Lesson learned. And again, that's why I'm here. I'm trying to figure it out for you guys. I feel like we're leaving more from things turning out not ideally or differently than intended. Yeah, no, exactly, Cole. If I make the mistakes, then you know what not to do. So, and I mean, with resin, that is kind of how you learn. You have to try different things, because I can tell you to do it, but the humidity and temperature in your house is different than in my house. So what's going to work for me is going to work differently for you. And yeah, that is a huge factor. So you really kind of have to just test things and see how it goes. It's not really it's not one of those situations where what works for me is going to work for you, so it's all the same. That's not how that works. Okay. This time we don't have any spillage. Yay, that's a good thing. No more spillage. Okay, let's see. This mold is still a little bit warm, not terribly. So you have no excuse to make mistakes now, Cole. That's rude. Okay, I am going to attempt to demold our gecko. I'm really sorry if this didn't turn out perfectly. We already have a bit of a drip over. I am going to have to go and file down that spot where it's a bit bubbled off. I don't know if you can see it very good on the camera, but this foot is bubbled off a lot. So I am going to have to go and sand it down and fix it before it's in any kind of shape to put in any kind of shop or anything like that. But I mean, as for a personal trinket or just to send to a friend or something, it should be fine. So we're just going to go ahead and get these little toesy woesies out. Oh, goodness gracious me, that is so cute already. All right, let's see. This one is actually super easy to demold. I'm not going to lie. This is actually super cool. Oh, Bob Ross, any mistakes is happy little accidents. Well, then I might be sending you this gecko. Cole, you might be getting a donation in the mail soon. Oh, this part's going to be hard to demold because of that fall over. Okay, the mold did not break, so that's really good. The texture in the tail turned out really nice. I hope so. From the bottom it looks good, but I want to see how the top is, you know? Oh, the head is going to be the hardest to get off. Because like it went over a little bit, so to get in there and to wiggle it off. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah. Let go. Let go. Let me have my gecko. Let me have my gecko. Oh, there's his face. I can has gecko? I can has gecko. Oh my god, you guys, this is so hard to get. I just realized I had an earbud in my ear that I'm not even using. I'll just take that out. I'm like, why is there something falling out of my ear? Okay. Oh yeah, that tail looks so good. I love it. Now I really need to work on not breaking the rest of it because I really love how the back of them is looking. So come on, come out, baby. Okay, let's wiggle in a little. Oh no, we have a tear in my glove, you guys. There's a breach. That means I need to get a new glove if this didn't work out, because if this did work out, I don't really need it. Wowza! No! Holy moly! Are you guys seeing this? Look, he's so happy. Happy. I'm going to go up to the actual camera. See if I can get a better look at it. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it better up here or not. I'm not quite sure. It takes a minute for my computer to actually load. to actually let me see what I'm doing. So I'm going to turn it, slowly go back. Hoping you guys can see. He's so pretty. Yeah. I love him. I love him. I love him. Okay. Guys, I'm not going to lie. This actually turned out way better than I thought it was going to. I mean, yeah, he's got a little bit of a double chin there, but we can sand that down and fix it. That is no problem. But like, look at that tail. That is so gecko tail. And I am really shocked at how equal I got all of that mica on. And I mean, you can't really tell too much where the line is, where it goes from clear to cloudy, unless you're like really looking for it. But I mean, honestly, you really can't tell, which is cool. But I do like that the feet are cloudy because you can see the mica powder a lot better. So that's really cool. And it's got a little bit of weight to it. So I'm happy. Really, really happy with how that guy turned out. Like super happy with how he turned out. I think he's gorgeous. I think he's absolutely gorgeous. Not a fan of the gray, but we learned about that. And look, there's no damage done to this mold whatsoever. This actually is a huge success, even though it wasn't exactly as we wanted it. It wasn't exactly as planned. His tail kind of got a little messed up. You know, even after all of that craziness, honestly, I still think it turned out really well. And I don't have to touch anything else resin at this moment. So I'm going to take these gloves off because, ugh, gloves this long, if you know, you know, but it's just sweaty and gross after a while. I'm not a fan. So I needed to take these off. I needed to. Yeah, he's so pretty. I love it. So cute. He looks almost ethereal. Yeah, right? Obsessed. Me too. Okay, guys, so before I actually end this live, does anybody have any questions, any comments, anything that you want me to improve on? Is there something you want to see me do next time? Like, let's have our little end of, oh my goodness, let's have our little end of show Q&A. What do we got? Anybody have anything? What is that? Oh. I'm not seeing anything in the chat yet, but I'll just give it a second. I'm not going to be like, we're done. And then you're typing. If you're anything like me, you take a few minutes. Maybe Lord of the Rings next time or a remix. Yes. When is the next live? I'm going to try and stick the lives every Saturday unless people have a better day. Alex, you got to turn that down if you're walking and I can hear myself. All right, he turned it down. Can the hands view be moved to a spot without a busy background, or is it stuck where it is? No, I can move it. I definitely can move it. The reason why I stuck it where it was at this time is because I need to be able to see my laptop, and so I put the camera view over where the laptop is, but I don't need to have these in the background at all. Like if you are finding these boxes a bit too busy or it's hurting your eyes at all, I kind of just had them there to show you what kind of Miniverse displays I have. By the way, all these boxes that I have from Miniverse, I have gotten for free from local stores that have sold out, and I asked them, can I take it home? And they said yes, because the other option was to throw it in the garbage. So I don't mind taking them out, and I don't have to have them in the next live. I just thought it would be fun, but I don't want any of our viewers to be uncomfortable, and I know you do have issues with that kind of stuff, so I'll keep you in mind, honey. Jewelry with bugs. Yes, we can do that, Mel. Yes, we can. Yes to bugs. Yes to bugs. Are all of those balls unmade? No. Some of them are just empty balls, or some of them are partially made. However, some of them are unmade. Like a lot of them have things in them that still need to be made, and there are some in there that are even unopened. So there's a little bit of everything. One of the most exciting ones that I have, well, they're all exciting, but just give me 1 second to grab. I'm gonna walk over here. There's a couple that are the most exciting for me, and I'll show you guys now, and then we can decide next time if we're gonna do them together or not. I have a bunch of Halloween ones, like so many Halloween ones, it's crazy. I've got Halloween from series 1, 2, and 3, if I'm not mistaken. So there's always options for Halloween stuff. Always, always, always. So I've been holding on to this one for a while. Not a while, not even that long. Who am I kidding? It's been like days. Anyway, I have this one. I'm going to put it in the big camera first, see if people can see it. And then I'll bring it over to our smaller camera here. Maybe you can see it there. And this is Miniverse Real Brands. There's not actually anything in this to make. So in this one, it just has like tiny ingredients. And the ingredients are, you can use them for remixes. So some of it is just like jars with like a little bit of like a slime, and they call it like jelly or jam. There's one that's also peanut butter. There's a spam that kind of is just like this weird texture, kind of silicone, and it's cut into a couple of pieces and then a bigger one. And then you can get Pringles, and the Pringles are just so adorable. It's crazy. So you can use those in a remix to just make your own stuff. There's no resin in these balls. It's just ingredients. So it's kind of like they took the mini brands idea, but filled them with actual stuff. It's not just empty boxes. So we'll open that together live one day. I also have this one, which I think is just so cute. So first we'll go to the big camera. There's like a little bow and everything in there, and I'm going to bring it over here. Sorry, Gecko. I don't want to take you out of the spotlight, but I have to for a minute. Mini scissors, you can go away. This can go away. So I don't know if you guys can actually see this angle or not, or if it really matters the angle. So this is the newest holiday series. This is the newest one out. And they call it roast ham or roast something, but this one is all Grinch. So this is obviously a little spin-off of roast beast. So there's your little beast here that you roast. The little pick is so cute. We got these Brussels sprouts on the thing. Little tray to keep your roast beast on. Stick that there. Little knife to cut your roast beast. We got garlic cloves. This is what kills me. This one here absolutely destroys me. So you see the garlic, it's like a clove. It's so intense because these garlic cloves, you can actually open this up and you can push out the cloves out of the actual bundle. So what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 cloves of garlic in each bundle. And you actually have to like press them and move them around to get those pieces of garlic out and then make it into your little design. It also has these lemon pepper seasoning that goes in, or you put it on top with your sauce, because it has like the resin is, it's a pesto sauce that you pour over the roast beast. I just absolutely love that it's all like Grinch themed, and if you know, you know. So the actual Grinch one that I really wanted to get, which I didn't on this one, is the little Grinch cups. And the Grinch holds a very special place in my heart, so I really, really wanted those, but it is what it is. You know, let's get these reindeers, which if you're asking me, I don't really want the reindeers. It's kind of just like fake wood that you just stick together, and from what I gather, they're impossible to stick together, so you have to glue them anyway. Then you have the cake, which, you know, it's a Christmas cake. I don't care. But then you have your roast beef, which, I mean, look at it. That is clearly roast beast. You know, like, tell me that's not roast beast from the Grinch. So that is one that I would really like to make. I don't have to do that one on camera. If nobody's interested in seeing that one, I'm fine with making that one by myself. But if you do want to watch me make it, just let me know and I'll make that one live. It's so festive. It is, though. I have literally everything from Christmas to Halloween. I also have a Harry Potter classroom that is not made, so I can make that one live, or we can do it in parts where we can do the live where it's just the floor, and then the next live we'll do the walls and stuff. That one does take a lot longer, so if I were to do that in a single live, that probably would end up being like a 4 or 5 plus hour stream, which I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I most definitely would. I just don't know how many people want to stick around and watch me play with miniature toys for 5 hours. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, can you please go back in the packaging? Like, I want to store you. This is going to be near, oh yeah, Brussels sprouts everywhere. We'll just do it this way. We'll put the Brussels sprouts on top, and then we'll just go throw the roast beef. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to throw it. Stick it in the top and just hope for the best. Yeah. Okay, that actually worked. Why did that work? Did it work? I mean, it's closed and everything's in it, so we're going to say it worked. Doesn't look as pretty as it did before, but what are you talking about? Nothing happened. It's totally normal. It's totally cool. I did nothing. It's okay. We'll give you back the gecko so you have something to look at. So yeah, solid karate chop. I thought so. This one is a really fun one because, like I said, it does have things like Pringles in it and jams and that kind of stuff, but there's not really anything to make. So I think what I'll do is I'll leave this one for the next time we're doing a live, and when I'm pouring the resin or the resin is curing or what have you, we can just open this and play with it while we're waiting for the other thing to happen, or whenever someone wants me to open it. I do feel like a 2-hour live though is a lot, at least for me. Like I said, I woke up this morning with a very, very bad migraine, and I am starting to get to the point where I'm very hungry and very tired. So I think I'm going to have to call it a night now, unless anybody has any more questions, anybody has anything else they want to see or hear, speak now, or you're going to have to wait until next week. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to type out what you got to type out in the chat, because otherwise I'm gone. I'm just going to clean up my mess here too while I'm waiting for the chit chats, if there is any. Put my earbud back in just in case something's going on. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to put it in this. Good night. Good night, Mel. Thanks for staying up with us. It's really late, so I really appreciate that. Like a lot. That's really nice of you. It's late here, and I can't believe I'm still awake. So I really appreciate you for that. I'm not putting the resin back in there. Go rest up. Thanks for a very informative live. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks guys for sticking around, and thank you so much for putting up with the beginning where we had all those technical difficulties. It takes a while to get used to this YouTube live stream thing. It's not the easiest. If you're strolling through YouTube and you're seeing anybody who's making shorts, long term or long form, live, any of it, this is not as easy as it looks. There's a lot of different programs, there's a lot of different equipment, there's a lot of everything that you have to do preparation for. I've basically been my entire day since I've been awake preparing for just these 2 hours, and as you can tell already, my brain fog is kicking in and my words are slipping and I'm just exhausted. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I know a lot of you think, well, I watched it and that's enough. That should be enough, right? No, when we're going for YouTube and we're trying to get the monetization, or we're just trying to get more views or get into that algorithm, hitting the like button and hitting the subscribe button does matter. And it's not just for me. If you know somebody else that you follow and you like the work that they do, you like their videos, slam the like button. It takes not even half a millisecond. Slam the like button. Do it. Help those people out. Help them to be able to make more content, because otherwise they're just going to stop doing it and you're not going to get your entertainment. So come on, guys, like and subscribe. Bears, don't forget the bears. This is really interesting, and I hope you sleep well. Oh, thank you, Cole. I hope you have a good sleep too. I know you didn't have the best day either. YouTube hazard. Voodoo, you're too funny. All right, guys, I'm gonna try and figure out how to stop this live. Oh, I can just hit end stream. I don't know if I should do it in OBS first, or I don't think it matters. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. Thank you so much for all your questions. And I love you all, and we'll see you on the next live. Comment when the video is posted later, like not in the live chat, but comment later if you have a preferred time that you want to see this live, because I'll try and work around time zones. So have a good night.